road trip quickly comes to an end. You played on Thursday night, didn't get up here to Arlington until about 11 o'clock at night, have a 2 o'clock game. But, I mean, what does this say about your team? Not pretty at all times, but you're able to close two really tough teams out down the stretch.
Yeah, so proud of our last 5-6 minutes there. Boy, it was really fun to watch. We had a majority of our seniors out there. They were really connected, played with a lot of focus, a lot of energy, a lot of will to win. And everybody on the court, made a big play for us. And Jacoby hit a huge shot. Tyon was probably his best 5-minute stretch of the season. And then Ray just, he was pretty much sensational throughout the whole game. I thought this was the Ray, that we saw a lot, earlier in the year and before, and it was so fun to see him take it to the whole aggressive and finish, over the top aggressively, in the paint.
What do you attribute to the second half offensive fluke? Because some of those turnover issues were still lingering in that first half, but cleaned it up and finished, like you said, just scored every trip down at the end of the game.
I think good passing, good catching. I think guys, they were locked in. They were locked into running the action. And then, they played out of the action, which was good instead of, breaking actions. And so really compliment the guys for executing and trusting each other and finding the open man. And then, ultimately, we're thankful that, the shots went in. We shot the ball really well, especially in the second half. 8 for 14 from three. That was one of our best shooting halves, especially on the road probably this year.
Coach, in the second half, scored 52 points. That's 67% from the floor, 58% from behind the arc, 73% from the free throw line. Out-rebounded, only 4 turnovers. How do we bottle that up and play that? Is that what you spend nights thinking about sleeplessly? How do we bottle that?
Well, if we knew exactly how, then I would quit coaching and I would just mentor every coach in the world, and right off into the sunset. And so that's such a great question. And I think the great thing is now we do have a stretch that we can show them, close game, coming together, sharing the ball, executing on defense, locking together arms. And playing, at that level. That was a high-level game, and especially, that final, 10, 15 minutes was a lot of back and forth. What was there, 13 lead changes, a lot of back and forth, and just a really strong finish.
Is that physicality and intensity, is that kind of what you need right now as you get closer and closer to March? You need those glimpses of what it's going to be like?
Yeah, we've talked, people, they're really excited to play us. They come out and they execute. They play hard. They go at us, and it really makes us either respond or fall in a deficit. And we fell in a deficit early. Our guys started to fight back, and it was fun to see the fight they had tonight and overcome the adversity. They overcame several times tonight, not just once or twice, but there were 3 or 4 times they made runs, and our guys responded.
What did you think about the progression of Tyon Grant Foster's decision-making on offense from Thursday's game to today?
We still had 4 turnovers. We got to clean that up. I think the biggest thing he did really well the last 5 minutes, he made quick decisions. He went right to his move or he went right to the play, and he was really effective, down the stretch, passing and scoring. So, those are great 5 minutes of film we can show him, and hopefully he can continue that.
Hey, Coach, congrats. Always fun to get wins on the road, especially when you get 2 of them in a row. We'll see you back in Phoenix.
Every win's a blessing. We will take them. Thanks, those fans. See you back home.